This discussion will focus on founder leadership, execution, and the realities of building ventures. So, Patrick, what separates a strong business idea from a venture that can execute constantly?
strong thank you everybody for coming. الفكرة الناجحة هي الفكرة يلي فيك تضلك تطوريها، فيها تضل تتطور whether it's in a customer experience and a extension، يعني يكونوا على فيك تعمل منها extension. يعني I'll give you an example. نحن فتحنا a podcast network, so we do all podcasts بكل العالم، big names small names. الفكرة تبعت له برودكت انه we aggregate، يعني بنجمع كل هالبودكاسترز، بنفتح مجال للمعلن يقدر يعمل دعاية بكل هالبودكاست بكل العالم. ليه خلت هالفكرة ناجحة؟ لأنه هاي الفكرة بتطبق بكل بلد بالعالم. في عندك اليوم منشر بودكاست بالسعودية، بالخليج، بمصر، بساوث أفريكا، بإسبانيا. سو خلتنا نقدر نجي نعمل concept of franchising. أنا اليوم عملت برودكت بيتطبق ب 200 دولة بالعالم. بروح بدل ما أنا أفتح هذا البرودكت ب 200 دولة بالعالم، بروح على young entrepreneurs بكل مدينة بكل بلد، بقول له this is my company, you become your own CEO, you become my business partner, execute it, create your network, create your relationships. So الفكرة اليوم كتير مهمة تقدر تتوسع، يعني بنسميها بالبزنس horizontal growth، يعني أفقي ما هيك بالعربي، أفقي. سو هيدي كتير مهم. الفيرتيكال جروث يعني البرودكت يتطور، يعني نحن فتنا بعالم الاي اي اليوم، هل قدرنا نحن نتطور للاي اي ولا بنصير اوبسوليت؟ vertical growth, how the product starts to evolve. So every brand, every product, every idea that needs to grow needs to have a very smart product, vertical and horizontal growth.
Awesome. So, Patrick, we have a lot of youth with us here today. What are the tools, from your opinion, that a good leader has in a business?
كنا عم نحكي قبل in a panel before that to be a leader in business or an entrepreneur you need to be comfortable with the discomfort. يعني بدك تكون مرتاح بالتعب. يعني اليوم أنا بدي أروح على الجيم. I don't look like I go to the gym, but let's pretend and say I go to the gym. Thank you for laughing. You are right. You should. So I think the biggest problem is شو بلشت أعمل أنا لأروح على الجيم؟ هيدي شغلة صارت هلا يعني. I registered in a gym, very nice gym, but I made it a discipline to go every day, even if I don't exercise. So I started 1 March, today we are 21 April, I went 47 times to the gym. I didn't exercise 47 times, but I've created the discipline to go 47 times. So the most important thing is what was discomfort to me became a routine, became comfortable to me. You don't need to do the job. You just need to show up. That is the hardest thing in businesses today. Showing up, then you have to do the job. ليه؟ لأنه you're looking at other people. If you go to an incubator فيها كلها entrepreneurs, you go there and you sit. You don't work. You go the second day and you sit. You also don't work. The third day you will start working. إذا رحت على محل كل الناس عم تبدع، عم تعمل designs, and you're an artist, you're shy, you don't want to. Second day, third day, fourth day, you go to a place everybody's singing, you're shy. You go the second day, you go the third day, the fourth day you will sing. The most important aspect in entrepreneurship is showing up, creating the discipline of showing up, and then the lesson of attributing your experience is gonna be your most important part of the show up to transform it to entrepreneurship.
So, Patrick, since you talked about discipline, how do founders maintain focus and discipline, especially when they see slow growth in their businesses?
Look, slow growth is very important and very healthy because slow growth equals stable growth. اليوم أنا إذا جيت حطيت قنينة مي 50 لتر قدامك, can you drink it all at once? It's impossible. You can only drink 2 liters a day. This is a business. You can only drink as much per day. You can only create as much per day. Don't feel you are racing against time. Take time to your advantage, to your lessons, to your opportunities that you can. Because اليوم نحن بلشنا بزنس بال 2020 اول كورونا ان اي كوميرس. ان 2023 انا اعتذرت من الشركاء تبعولي وقلت لهم انا اي ريزاين. We either change the company to become an AI or انه سوري باللبناني حقولها حلوا عني يعني what's the point? If we are not able to transform and do something different, we have to leave. So it's very crucial today in business, the slow opportunities and the changes that are doing fast. يعني أنت اليوم طوري على مهلك, but when you need to change fast. Don't change slow. And the biggest disease in businesses today is when you change slow and you grow fast. I would rather grow slow and change fast. So I can adapt, so I can improve, so I can use that as a leverage to have a very good foundation. And if I want to fail, I want to fail fast. So make the negative fast and the positive slow. I hope it's clear. Yeah.
We have a lot of curious minds with us today. If anyone wants to ask Patrick,
Don't
any
ask me about the
questions?
gym. I will not answer anything on gym. It's a disaster, but I'm trying to do it.
إذا أي حد حاب يسأل بالعربي بعد تقدرون تتفضلون.
You know, if you don't ask, I will ask you. I ask them? لا, please go ahead. Who would like? تفضل. The last comer. On the spot. ما سمعت الموضوع. عم نحكي على خلي let's ask someone else then you can answer a question. تفضل. Any question? We're trying to create a discussion around businesses, decisions entrepreneurs take, decisions in discipline, decision in يعني I was starting to tell them how to make the discomfortable comfortable. And I think that's one of the biggest experience today on entrepreneurship. And it's a real thing. ما فيك اليوم تفتح مؤسسة أو a business or something that you're passionate about and you take it for granted أنت as a entrepreneur. لأنه everybody else will take it for granted. If you don't fight the best, nobody else is gonna see it as the best. That's what we're pretty late.
How do you break the ice of networking? Like a new entrepreneur usually feels shy or intimidated when he's about to network with the decision makers or with the potential clients.
It's a very interesting question. I teach a course about personal branding. And what is an entrepreneur? ما هو المؤسس بدون سوءة تجارية هو بنفسه. يعني what is an entrepreneur without his personal brand? It is everything. اليوم if you're not comfortable with people, if you're not comfortable with networking, if you want to stay in the back room, you will not grow. I mean, and this is something that was told to me and it is documented by a guy called Steve Wozniak, which was Steve Jobs' founder in Apple. Steve Wozniak was a coder, was a guy who built computers. Steve Jobs was a marketeer. So they had to have the brand, which is what you see today is Steve Jobs, and the brain, which is what you see from the coding. They're both intelligent. But one was what we call the soft skills guy, and one was the hard skills guy. Now, sometimes it's in two people, and sometimes it's in one person. So if you have it in you as one person, great. If you don't have it in you as one person, find your, look at it like a coin. عرفت علي? So it's two sides of a coin. So if you are a very hard skills person, you want to stay in the background, you want to work, you want to create ideas, products, etc. And you are uncomfortable with people. Either get comfortable, move the discomfort to comfort, or find your twin. Find your soft skills twin. It could be a person, it could be a woman, it could be anyone, it could be your family, it doesn't matter. Somebody that believes in the product and they will continue to, succeed in this journey with you. It's a very good question. Thank you for asking. Any other question? Who laughed at me when I said Jim? You have to ask me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Any other question you'd like to? Yes. صرخ. Entrepreneurship has to be loud.
يعطيك العافية.
Thank you, sir.
سؤالين.
اول شيء كيف بعرف انه الجرو هيلثي ولا بطيء؟ يعني لازم I have to change. شيء ثاني اذا انا عملت مثلا برودكت وبعد ما عملت برودكت لقيت كل حدا عامل نفس البرودكت، او يعني صار في فجأة بعد ما عملته حسيت انه كل بيعمل نفس الشيء، وين بحس انه لازم اغير برضه ولا ستيك او يعني grow the business as is؟
Look, أول شغلة ال indicators of growth and success. You have to set them, but you have to set them على شيء موجود حواليك. يعني أنا اليوم جيت قلت بدي أفتح شركة، شغلة هالشركة إنه أنا أطور شقفة من أمازون for example. Okay? I need to understand what is the limit of my business. يعني أنا إذا أجت اليوم في 1.5 مليون عميل بفوت على أمازون بالإمارات، السيلينج تبعي 1.5 مليون، وين بدي بلش؟ إذا ببلش من 1000 I want to see my 2000 and 3000. So I want to see the progress. You can start with one person, but you need to find the progress that is growing. So بتحط السيلينج. يعني أنا كلنا بنعرف قديش في عندهم أمازون for example subscribers. لقينا 1.5 مليون. أنا I want to gain subscription like Amazon. بلش ب1000. If it took me 10 months to make the 1000, then I look internally. It shouldn't take me 10 months to get 1000 customers. It should take me 1 day. So my problem is my product. I need to understand what is my product. I need to know if I am actually making a difference or fixing a problem. كلنا بنطلع بأفكار يمكن ما يكونوا أفكار ناجحة أو مطلوبة. You shut down. You rethink. You go back to the drawing board and say, why I am better, why I am different. And if you can't answer these questions, know for a fact you are not better and you are not different. Don't waste your money. Do more study and do more analysis on this kind of business. Most of the time, this is what we call the thinker syndrome. Everyone who thinks that the business started after they started it, it's wrong. They started to see it only after they started. It's already been there. So I think failure to recognize that your business existed is something that is about research, understanding, doing your due diligence, look as much as you can, find in every hole. It's a thinker syndrome. أنا بلشت شركة قلت خلاص طلعت حلمت فيها قلت تاني نهار ما حدا غيري عملها، بس عملتها كلهم غاروا مني، طلعت أنا الكوكو، أنا اللي مش عارف وين نبش، أنا اللي مش عارف وين لاقي. So most of the time it's my problem. You have to depend on your knowledge, but you have to also depend on other people's knowledge. يعني you use resources. Don't think you are gonna create a business alone. نحن we're not in 1920 anymore. Nobody is doing a business like 100 years ago. Today, creating a business requires a strong idea that answers one question: whose problem I'm trying to fix. Find the person you're trying to fix the problem for, and you have a business. But this is not the hard work, this is the start. The hard work is how can I fix it best? How can I fix it fast? Planning, initiating, execution, follow-up, customer satisfaction. So there's many stages in making your business successful. Last thing is that's gonna get you back the first thing, which is customer satisfaction. Referral is the biggest support for businesses. If people, شو اسمك؟ بخيت? If people told me بخيت is great in this, I will come back to بخيت. And that is what customers in millions is about. So if you're doing a business like delivery, anything you want, if you have reviews, referrals, it's a big success for you. And that's what we try to look for in business. This is our gold ribbon. You know, كيف تاخد شهادة? This is your only testimony in business. People's referrals and people's positive reviews. أكيد لا. Sometimes 60 منتج بضيعك أكثر من منتج واحد. وبتحط بقلبه شوية services. يعني اليوم look at Telegram. Telegram is 16 employees. Come on. 16 موظف تليجرام اليوم. يعني it's OSN 200 ما عم بفهم. So اليوم you look at two different companies and you see how one started smart and is gonna add layers of technology on it. Yes? You want a microphone? When? Can you give microphones or?
All right, thank you. The other time you were speaking about personal brand
Yes.
as a leader, as the founder of a business. So I have a coaching business, and it's always around my personal brand. I got tired of that.
You got
Now-
tired of it?
Yes, and I
Okay.
wanted to scale it into a full-time business. So I developed the entire business into an AI platform that can help other people like me to carry out the same business that I do. Now, the issue is when it comes to marketing, it's a lot at this moment. And scaling from personal brand into a full-scale business, it's different from what I used to do. Can you help with the process of actually making this business work as a full-scale business, not entirely dependent on myself?
Look, you enter the business of what we call soft skills.
Yes.
Your business by default requires soft skills, which means an individual. You use technology to help you accelerate your business. And I mean, I do not the same. I work in personal branding. I help CEOs define themselves digitally. But without me, it will never work. And I accepted this fact. So I've created a system that helped me take the minimum time of work where the maximum time I spend with my clients. So I need to say, okay, my limit is 80 clients. These 80 clients are enough. If I'm working with them, I'm very happy. Now, what system I need to build so I maintain presence with these clients and everything else works in the background? That's how I have identified my frame. Now, if I want to take 400 clients, what do? I create 5 people like me. I either employ people like me or I train people to become with their different, personalities, and I will have 400 clients. Because you've entered a soft skills business, if I'm not here, who's gonna make the talk? Who's gonna have the coaching? Who's gonna create the discussion? Who's gonna moderate the event? So business in soft skills is multiplied by the same personality, different person. So your kind of business, I would recommend find a business partner. So look at law firms. Law firms, they have the person's name as a law firm. And then they get another partner and then become a senior partner. They become 2 names, then 3 law names. Then they become 5 initials. Why? Because it is a soft skills business. And that's what we have to accept. So by multiplying your model yourself or finding other people with different attitudes. So if let's say you're a great coach for the medical practice, you'll find a great coach for architectures. You'll find a great coach for marketing or advertising. So you need to multiply. That's the source of evolution, to multiply. So it is the same source of evolution in your business.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Any more questions? No questions. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Join me in thanking Bاتريك Samaha for joining us today at the Leaders Majlis.
Thank you,
everyone,
everybody.
for joining.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Alec. كلك ذوق. Thank you. Trends, promoting trends. سميحة دي.